You ready?
Yes.
Oh, my name is Alinda Woodhouse. Originally from the parish of St. Paul's, RC in Couva. A former altar server as of up to last year. My hobbies are cycling, swimming, hiking, reading, the outdoors basically.
My name is Cameron Reyes. I am 23 years old. I'm born and grew up in La Hoqueta. My original parish is San Rafael. I like to play football, to play the guitar. Dragon boat is my favorite sport.
My name is Johan Peter Oliveri. I'm 25 years old. Although San Juan is my parish, I did spend some time here in St. Joseph. Moved on to St. Mary's in 2005. Went to UE to study languages. I like reading and music. I like singing, but I can't play an instrument to save my life.
My name is Dave Edwards from Bugmalatris, Lower Santa Cruz. I have developed from altar servant ministry for over 18 years. I decided to be a lecturer, to go up to read. I landed up at the confirmation class. Further to that, I involved myself in youth ministry, became a Eucharistic minister. Yeah.
Hi, my name is David Mark Villafana. I'm 28 years old, hailing from Santa Cruz. My original parish is Holy Cross, Santa Cruz. I've been there all my life. I left Holy Cross 20 years altar server. Growing up, I was involved in the youth ministry. I'm a recent graduate of the UE film program, graduated with a double major in film production and film studies. And yeah, that's about me.
Hi, good day. My name is Michael Emmanuel Maillard. I'm 30 years of age. I am a member of the St. Paul's RC Church in Couva. Maybe after my first communion years, I started to be an altar server there and started to become very active in the parish life, both at serving at the altar, in youth ministry. Been working since I was 15 years old. Started to work in the grocery as a wrapper, lane replenisher, and then I eventually made a move to another Massey company, Massey Gas Products Limited. There are two phases to the aspirancy program. The individual is an aspirant and he transitions to a pre-seminarian once he continues, each having a 6-month period.
As an aspirant, one of the key things that you're inspired to do is a plan of life, and it centers around the 4 aspects of formation. An acronym to remember it by is either SHIP, or you can flip it around and say HIPS. And don't ask, it's just my way of remembering things. The S is spiritual, the A is human, the I is intellect, and the P is pastoral.
Typical day in the house? All right.
So a typical day in the aspirancy program would be where we start with either morning prayer and mass, depending on the particular day, whether it's Monday or other days throughout the week. After morning prayer, we go straight into breakfast. From breakfast, we go to our various jobs. In my case, I left my job before entering the program, so I did ministry with Living Waters, particularly the food bank, and on Duncan Street where they give food to the homeless.
So I was mostly involved in the cinematography of certain shows, mostly mass at midday. And what I liked about Trinity is that everything was centered around your plan of life and centered around prayer. But it's a preparation that you go through beforehand.
Then we would have lunch, then in the afternoon, we would go to our home for kids.
And again, after lunch for me would be adoration. Then I move on to guitar lessons in the afternoon, which I really enjoy. Actually have a recital coming up on the 2nd of June, so looking forward to that. After guitar, just return home, relax a bit before evening prayer, just get myself ready for that space and environment. And then we move on to evening prayer. After evening prayer, we have dinner. Depending on the day again, we have formation sessions. At this point in time, we're doing the book by Fulton Sheen, The Priest Is Not His Own. So we read the chapters and we reflect on it. A day like today, being particularly Friday, we have recreation, where we just get to spend some free time away from all the studies and just the dramas of the parish. Like today, we decide we want to play Pictionary, so we're just going to indulge in that.
No, I think the 4 pencils is all play. No, the all color is wild squares.
Right, but the all pencils.
The 4 pencils is all play. Track. Track and field.
A bike track, a race, a cycling track.
Stadium.
A running track.
Javelin.
Oval.
Track.
Stadium.
Relay. 4x4.
Bar table. A restaurant. A bar stool. Bar. No. Bar.
Yes.
Okay.
The beauty of Asirancy is that you can work while you still discern.
Asirancy allows you to work for the first 6 months, and then afterwards you have to leave it if you decide to move forward.
As an aspirant, I kept my job where I work at Massey Gas Products. I worked Point Lisas, and it was a stone's throw from where I live. So to having come to St. Joseph to reach to work, the time that I had to reach for, which was 7 o'clock, was very, very difficult. Thanks be to God, I have understanding supervisors and understanding co-workers that bared with me through it.
When I first came in here, I left my job, so I didn't know what the requirements were, but then when I came in here, I found out that I could have kept it. So, seeing everybody working, I decided I would like to work as well, so I could be able to make some income to take care of myself a bit and to help with all the needs of the house, buying groceries. So I was job hunting. I worked Carib for a little while. Well, that didn't work out. I just accepted it for what it was, and I spoke to Father Matthew. He told me, well, there's the option of ministry. I was open to it. I was like, okay, cool, this sounds interesting.
Being in the Asirancy house is being in a unique position to work on yourself like you've never worked on yourself before. So people will come in here with all varieties. Those who pray a lot, those who work out a lot, those who have a good diet, those who apply themselves well to work. It could be studies, it could be work as tasks to be done. And you use that. These are disciplines that come into the house with, and yet it's like a wave that tosses you. Walking into it and you're not expected to react. You just let it tumble you.
To take the next step in discipleship was of paramount importance to me. The very next step, it says, it always, there's a saying that it takes one drop to overflow the bucket. And that one drop and that one decision that I made overflowed the bucket of graces that I would need to accomplish my vocation and the roadmap that I continue along the road to discern God's call in my life.
One, I would say contact a spiritual director. Strongly recommending a priest. If you don't think you're that comfortable talking to a priest, at least somebody who is very spiritual in your church, like probably a leader, a youth leader. Find somebody who you can relate to. Get to know your parish priest too, because that can help. From there, get in touch with Father Matthew. If you need the phone number, it's like right here, like 299-1056. That number again is 299-1056. He will introduce you to the Archbishop for a meeting, a one-on-one.
The meeting with the Archbishop is a given, perhaps, to introduce yourself and a bunch of others into this year for God, because that's what it is. And as with all things, if you're interested, you express it in a letter of intent. They will ask you to write a letter, and we will, for me I should say, my letter pointed out that I hoped to be able to use the skills that I had to contribute towards the house, as well as to be open to developing those skills and learning new skills for that purpose. As I said, that's just the beginning of it, because you just have to be open to it. So really and truly, perhaps the only requirement to enter the house is openness.
My advice to you, to anyone, even to you who are looking at this, male or female, if God has put on your heart an intention, a grace, He has put on your heart a desire to give yourself to Him, go for it. Sometimes you're in too deep that you can't climb out, and you only make your life a hell and those around you. So give God a yes. If God is calling you, He is going to give you everything necessary, all the graces, the people in your life, the people who will be there to help you in formation. And you're not going to do this alone. Don't think that this is a journey alone, or you are alone in a house doing this journey. There are many people who will help you, who will support you. There are many internal programs that would help with your assessment, that will help with your discovering who you are. This program, the Asirancy, is to help you discover God's will in your life.
It may sound very simple, but it is what it is. Trust the process. You may have doubts in yourself and from your past. Do not allow your past to dictate what you can do or the possibilities of you doing better or becoming a better human being. And that's where the program shapes you to be a better human being at the end of the day. You may not be perfect, but at least you can identify yourself in such a way that you know that you are loved. You are a human being that was created in the image and likeness of God, and that nobody could ever stop your strive.
Don't never rush it. Take the necessary time to work on yourself, and don't try to hide anything. Be real and just enjoy the experience, because there's so much to learn and so much to enjoy that you don't want to have any regrets at the end of it. So just trust the process and enjoy yourself.